Whoops. Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be making this golf cart drive faster than 11 miles per hour. Some fresh parts to make this thing work. So I've got a 12 tooth jack shaft sprocket, and if that doesn't work, I've got a 24 tooth. Go big or go home, right? I've also got a throttle cable with an eye on it and the adjuster to make this thing right. But the first order of business is to get the old throttle pedal out, and look how rusty this floor is. It has that big old rubber mat on it to conceal everything, but we're not going to do a rust restoration on this one like we did on the Geo. This thing's just going to have holes. Get it all cleaned up and cut this off. I don't feel like messing with those screws. Make our own gas pedal and linkage, and then start playing with the gearing. Got the floor all vacuumed up. I'm going to take my grinder and cut those two bolts holding that aluminum gas pedal mount on, because we can't weld to aluminum. There we go. Man, this thing had the most elaborate throttle with had like 3 linkages on it and 2 springs. Ridiculous. It's just a golf cart. So while digging through my bin of extra dirt bike stuff, I found my old foot peg for, this is one of the XRs I bought. I'm going to clean this thing up and use it as a as a gas pedal on the golf cart. It's pretty sweet, and just remind me to, hey, get out and ride dirt bikes. Alright, this is what I've got so far. Got a foot peg on a piece of flat stock. I've cut some little pieces. I'm going to weld this to this piece of flat stock. That'll be like the pivot point. And now it'll get bolted down to the golf cart deck. It's using the same bolt holes that this piece of aluminum went through. So weld that up, put some gussets on it, make it look nice and pretty. That's what I'm doing. So other than a mess, this is what I've got so far. This is a gas pedal, real simple mount. I'm gonna have to try to figure out a throttle stop. I probably will weld something along the front and just figure out the positioning really of where I want it. I'm going to add some bracing up here and then drill a hole for a 1/4 bolt to hold the throttle cable. So, pretty simple little gas pedal. So now with the throttle linkage, well not linkage, the throttle pedal assembly all done up, I'm going to try to get torque converter pulley off and get to that sprocket down there so I can try to fit this bad boy in there. I'm probably going to have to get some washers. So this is the stock size. This one's slightly bigger, but not big enough to do anything. And then there's this. Stock versus that. It's about 4 times bigger, should go 4 times as fast. But we have a problem. It's not the right size. Ooh, stupid. I'll see you in about a week and a half. So I'll try to figure out which sprocket size to order. I'm going to throw this 12 tooth on just for fun. And while I do that, well, before I do that, I'm going to paint the brackets and gas pedal stuff with this cold compound. See if it dries, because it's 30 degrees outside. It's a test. Alright, so I got everything all fitted up. The cable, nice spring back on it. So I went through the front of the body, it runs along, and it goes right to there, and I get full throttle from it. I make sure to hit the throttle stop before it goes completely wide open, so I don't stretch the cable out. By far the nicest feature of this thing. Electric start. Turn the choke on. Glass on. So now the gearing is 12-14 instead of 10-14. That's about all I can do for gearing right now until I figure out something else. So I'm gonna clip you to it and we're gonna see how we go. All right, so we're gonna see how fast this thing goes with the new gearing. My guess is 14 to 15. So we hit top speed of 15 miles per hour. Well, this thing's launch is ridiculous. Let me show you. Whoops. Alright, so in the quest to find out the perfect gearing, I've got the front right now at 12 tooth and the drive at 14, and that gives me a decimal 86 final drive ratio before the axle. So it's not really final, I guess. It's just a drive ratio, which yields 15 miles per hour. Using that formula, I'm going to calculate the needed drive gear to see if I can fine tune this thing. I want this thing to max out at like 35. But that's like, this is max. It's never going to get there. So I need to double the speed. So in theory, I should be able to double 0.86, and that should give me the right ratio. All right, it's a chilly day today, as PJ would say.
Colder than a witch's tit in a brass bra.
I've got the new Sprockets came in the mail. These ones are keyed. I've got an 11 tooth for the drive and a 24 tooth. These should be the right size. I haven't checked yet, but you know, knock on wood, I hope they are. Haven't gotten to tearing that apart yet, but I'm going to tear that apart. And my worry is this is a lot heavier than this. Like, this is probably 4 times as heavy. So we might come into the problem of messing up the jack shaft and messing up the keyway. But we'll address that when we get there. For now, I just want to slam this together. Yep, that's what's going to happen. So the sprocket is on. There it is. I'm going to have to take off the actual driver pulley to shim it out a little farther, because these pulley backs are supposed to be in a complete alignment, and the driver pulley is just enough to make the belt want to rub on the side and not be completely in the center. So I had to take the engine completely out to get the torque converter spacing right. Got the backing plates all in line. There's the big old beefy sprocket on there. Chain's nice and tight. Had to readjust the throttle pedal, but this thing, she's ready to rip. I'll throw the seat back on and I'll see you inside. All right, she's warmed up. Let's give her what you got. Oh, geez. That's what I'm talking about. 27. I can get a little more. So yes, 27 is good, but faster is always better. So I'm gonna throw on this 11 tooth and replace the 14 tooth, so that's a reduction of 3 teeth, and that'll give me about 5 more miles per hour. So we should see about 31-ish. 14, 11. And there we go. The 11 tooth is on. This thing is going to be a missile. We're freezing right now, but we're going to give it a go. Oh, it is cold out here. Backing up. I will take that. I got snot coming on my nose. It is cold. It is cold. Backing up. 33. So 33 is pretty good for a golf cart. It's a little sketchy at that speed. I don't think it was ever meant to go that fast, but whatever. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. You know, that gearing was a nightmare. I didn't think about the axle having a reduction. Well, it's got its own ring and pinion, I assume. I do have to get the lights working again. I assume all I have to do is connect the ground from the battery to the frame, and the lights will work. I've got brake lights and headlights. It's just legal for my town. If you like this video, if you have a golf cart that you want to do a gas swap, comment down below. You know, it's pretty neat, pretty fun little easy project to do. A little bit of welding, a little bit of fabrication, a little bit of thinking. You can do it. I know you can. But anyways, comment down below. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, subscribe. You know, stick around. We're doing some awesome stuff. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good whatever time of day it is.